Hey, welcome back to The Ready State. Another titillating episode of what is Kelly looking on Instagram and how does his crazy brain work? So look, one of the things I want to show you today is that I'm always kind of diving through the Instagram, diving through the socials, trying to understand what I'm seeing. And today, this showed up on Sarah Sigmund's daughter's site. She just crushed everyone in the Filthy 150. She's an amazing athlete. And look at how gorgeously straight her feet are. So one of the things that we're trying to advance in the conversation around fitness and around strength and conditioning is the positions that I'm training and reinforcing are going to translate out into the world. And what we know is that the squat width that I adopt, we like to choose a squat width that allows us to absorb force all the way down. And more importantly, we know that when the feet are straighter, we can generate a little bit more force to the hip. Now, I'm a Chad Vaughn fan, and I think that there's a range where I maintain all of my function of my hip and I make choices and it's fine. But we start to see that the hip function, stability starts to kind of waver as I turn the feet out. But more importantly, why am I Olympic lifting? I'm Olympic lifting so that I can become better at my sport. And this reminded me of some of the things that I've been grabbing over the last few weeks that I want to show you. So let me go back to my special site here, and I want to show you first this great picture of this kid from the Stand-Up Journal. If you don't follow the Stand-Up Journal, it's a gorgeous little site, lots of great surf things, but you'll notice that there's a universal application of footedness here. And so you see is that this athlete is able to maintain arches, integrity, and that by maintaining foot straight, they're able to maintain choices. Now, one of the things that we're looking at is, hey, I can be powerful and do all these kind of crazy things, but how do I keep the feet in a position where I keep the most lights on in the building, right? Give myself the most movement options. And what's also interesting to us is the maintenance around position. With that foot straight, if I suddenly have to collapse all the way down, we know that that's a more safe, more integrated, physiologically more stable position. If you turn your feet out and then drop all the way down, it turns out you just don't have a lot of hip control and you're potentially putting tissues into positions where they may not thrive, right? So closing the knee down with the foot straight versus closing the knee down with the foot turned all the way out are very, very different ideas. So let me show you another picture kind of highlighting what we're talking about. And this is Lex Gillette, who just won 4th long jump world title. He is a savage. He happens to be a visually impaired runner. But what I want to show you is that he runs with his feet straight, and as he jumps and lands, his feet are straight, and he's at a width where he can drop all the way down heel to butt. So in the air, here we go, you can see, look at those feet straightedness. Oh, we caught it a little bit. We'll see it one more time. And the idea here is that we are looking at positions that translate really well to function. And so as this incredible human being takes off and is running with feet straight, visually impaired, notice that in the air, his feet are gorgeously straight. Let's see if we can let it run here. And take a look at what happens. At a width, at a position where those mechanics end up being stable enough that it doesn't matter if he's impaired or not, can go butt to ankle, and the stability of that system remains intact, which is why we teach military to jump out of the airplane and jump and land with their feet together, because it protects them, right? It's why we teach young kids to jump and land with their feet together. I got one more example for you. I think this is gorgeous. And because we're always looking at hints around function, feet are straight, lands, huge drop, absorbing force, butt to ankle, feet very, very straight. So as we're looking at transferring and sort of evolving strength and conditioning fitnessing back into human performance, we want to make sure that we are connecting the dots on, hey, how do I maintain function and how do I train to maintain that function? What is my favorite squat width when I Olympic lift? One that allows me to go all the way down. Why do I have my feet straight? Because that automatically is going to put me into positions where I can absorb more force and take a little bit of wobbliness without potential perturbations in the system. We'll see you the next time on Kelly's Instagram.